I have oil in my hair, a face mask on, I am hydrated, I am caffeinated, I am ready to go. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jozelynn. I am the owner of the business nocturnal Witchcraft. A link to my website and all of my services and everything will be linked down below in the description. Oh man, I was gone for a minute. I was not expecting to take a month-long hiatus there, but it was very well needed. I feel very refreshed. I feel very renewed. I feel ready to move forward. Without further ado, I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to get into this reading. Go ahead, take a deep breath, get your snacks, get your water, whatever it is, and yeah. Clear that energy. Clear the energy of any stress, any worries, expectations, things like that. So I am going to start with the Oracle deck first. And I have the book here with me because I feel like whatever messages that are related to the cards outside of my own personal interpretation is going to be very important here. The Marten and Foxglove, Mischief. Actually, I think I can move this here so you can see everything. Oh, wow. The Bobcat and Blackthorn, Patience. It almost feels, ooh, interesting. The Weasel and Pine, Introspection at the bottom of the deck. It almost feels like there's been some bullshit that you've been dealing with. And Spirit is asking you to be patient. Or maybe you have been patient through this bullshit, through this roller coaster that you have been on. And with introspection, it's like there's this, like you have this instinct to go within yourself and being like, what in me is attracting this? Or how, maybe not even that, just like, how is this affecting me? How does this help me in any way? How does this help me push forward? So the Marten and Foxglove, Mischief. The Marten and Foxglove represents the archetypal trickster, the light-hearted mischief maker, the lover of chaos and spontaneity. Just thought of like Loki. I don't know if Loki is significant to any of you, or if you've been like seeing a lot about Loki. Loki's the trickster god in, I believe it's Norse mythology, or paganism, Norse paganism. Martens are a type of weasel known for their curiosity, quick movements, and occasional aggression. Romanian folklore tells of martens playing tricks on horses, braiding their manes in the night so that they wake up to a tangled mess of hair in the morning. And foxgloves are said to be the homes of fairies, another elusive and mischievous creature. Sorry. For this reason, they are associated with riddles and secrecy. Pay attention to opportunities for spontaneity, travel, and playfulness. A bit of light-hearted mischief, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone, can be healthy. Do I embrace spontaneity? Can I learn to let go and make room in my life for more adventure? I just heard in my head, it's like, yeah, I want more fun in my life, but not like this. Not like this. That's where the whole trickster part comes in. Let's see. The bobcat and blackthorn, patience. Bobcats are stealthy hunters, blending easily into their environment. They are independent creatures who can wait for hours for the prey, pouncing up to 10 feet at the right moment. The blackthorn is a thorny shrub covered in bittersweet berries called sloes. Associated with overcoming obstacles, the blackthorn's sharp spines provide shelter to vulnerable birds. According to lore, if blackthorn berries are plentiful, the coming winter will be severe. Traditionally harvested in late autumn, sloes provide nourishment in the form of jams, wines, and other hearty treats, with which to patiently pass a harsh winter. A difficult journey ahead requires preparation and patience. Channel the bobcat's stealth and pack plenty of provisions. Ration your sustenance carefully, remembering that berries are often sweetest after a hard frost. How might I mentally prepare such that I can survive when supplies are low? Yeah. It feels like you're in... It feels like you're kind of in that harsh frost, that little winter period. The dragonfly and pansy, balance. Balancing between worlds. Maybe that might be significant to some of you. Something to do with other realms here. I don't know why I just picked up on that, but I did. How can I mentally prepare such that when supplies are low? Learning to balance the supplies that you do have. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually speaking. Learning how to balance out so that you don't run out. So that when the time comes, like, you have enough. You know how to, I guess, ration your abilities. how do I want to put this? This sort of like trickster, mischievous energy here that is in your life or entering your life that will require you to achieve patience and balance. It's not, yes, it's kind of bullshit because this mischievous type of energy, it's not necessarily going to be good for you in the long term. I think it's going to help you achieve balance in other parts of your life, like externally, but it's going to test your balance internally. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't feed too much into it, if that makes any sense. Let me get what I feel like I need to get like one more oracle card. Ooh, and it's reversed. The deer and oat healing. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the snail and huckleberry, trust in the invisible, and the butterfly and snowdrop, hope, underneath. Yeah, there's that, like, having patience. Because, like I said, it's going to teach you something. Maybe to have more adventure within your life. Maybe you're too serious all the time. And this period is going to have you, it's going to test your patience. Have patience, that you're learning what you need to learn, that you are where you need to be, and that everything will eventually even itself out to achieve that inner balance, or to keep that inner balance, I should say, and to move that balance internally to externally. The deer and oat healing. Why was it reversed? What does that mean, reversed? I can't really read Roman numerals very well. So let me see if I can find this in due time. There it is. So the deer and oat healing. The shy and gentle fallow deer is known for its white spots and the broad velvety antlers it sheds and regrows each year. Similarly, oats are symbols of restorative nutrition. Even in poor soil, oats can flourish, providing hearty sustenance. Reversed, it means you may be feeling overwhelmed and in need of a break. Consider withdrawing for a while to heal in isolation. What practices nourish my soul? Well, actually, I guess I should put that reversed. Oop. Again, that ties back into the patience, the balancing, when going through this period where it seems like a lot of what's around you, well, yes, again, it's there to kind of teach you something. Overall, it's not the, I just heard, not the best to engage in. Like, observe it and then act it out in a manner that is healthier for you. Yeah. Trust in the invisible and hope. if you just feed into this type of trickster energy here, it will be very, very overwhelming for you. Wow, the antelope and wheat, nourishment. The bee and pomegranate, productivity. Okay. This is starting to kind of make sense. I hope to God it makes sense for you. Let's see. Oop. Come on. I just cut my nails, and so now it's like I can't pick up the cards. Let's get further into this message and try to make some more sense of it. This almost feels like a code that I have to like deconstruct. So there's some mischief, some trickery, some type of adventurous energy that will require you to have some patience and balance, to observe it, not be consumed by it, to trust that even when you're overwhelmed, to trust that you are going to get what you need out of it. You can't go around it. You have to go through it. The Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, we got a Tower at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Yeah, if you... Okay, this makes sense. Because if you let this type of energy consume you, if you get too focused on it, you lose yourself within this energy, it will cause destruction. I'm not talking about like some mass disastrous event, but it will like break away at your foundation when it's meant to help strengthen you. So the Page of Wands halfway with the Knight of Pentacles. You're meant to move forward. This is a slow period of moving forward here. The Knight of Pentacles, he is the slowest knight in the deck. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is... The Page of Wands is very curious. The Page of Wands, I almost see him... That's a marten. I just realized that. That is the same animal right there. Okay. So yeah, very heavy on this this mischief energy here, mischievous energy. I just heard not thinking things through. Let me get the book. Because I keep staring at this Page of Wands. I'm like, ooh, what? Here we go. Page of Wands. Curious and spirited. A young marten lovingly studies his wand and considers how to wield it to its full potential. In tarot, pages are neophytes. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Learning about their suit and preparing to take on challenges it presents. Like an apprentice, the marten is ready to learn from the master how to best hone his talents. For now, his powers are burgeoning, but chaotic, passionate but uncontrolled. He is guided more by curiosity than by past experience. What topics pique my interest? How can I nurture a sense of childlike curiosity? Yeah. The Page of Wands coming out halfway is literally saying you have to balance the seriousness, the introspection, the groundedness with the playful, curious, adventurous energy, and to not fall into childlike trickery, childlike games, not getting sucked into one side more than the other. Curiosity killed the cat, The Eight of Arrows. I see the shell, and I just heard being protected by one shell. Being protected by one shell. But also being trapped by it. Don't take the protection part from the I guess I don't want to call it like negative. I mean I guess that's kind of what it is, like the negative side of this situation. Don't be so consumed and in protecting yourself from it that you completely miss the point of why it's there. Holy fucking shit. The Tower. Don't be consumed. So yeah, there are two extremes here. You can be so consumed by the chaos. No, my dog's barking. I don't know if you heard that. You can be so consumed by the chaos, by the more negative side of this mischievous trickery type of energy, and everything fall apart. Or you can be so consumed in protecting yourself from that, staying too grounded. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's just like what comes to mind. That's the best way I know how to describe that. Like just being so serious, so just moving away from any type of curiosity, adventure, childlike wonder, that can also kind of destruct. It can cause destruction. The Two of Wands. What was that? The Weasel? That's the Weasel now? We see the Weasel come up again. Two of Wands. You can have both. Oh my fucking god. You can have both. You can have both. You can have both the curiosity and the fun. I feel like this is returning back to your childhood, like your childlike self. Maybe you didn't have much of a childhood. Maybe you had to grow up too fast, and that hardened you, and that made you feel like you had to stay this adult, that you couldn't have fun, that you couldn't go out and explore. But Spirit is giving you this opportunity to get back in touch with that, but don't get lost in it. You know what I mean? You can have both. You can have your stability, you can have your maturity, and still look to the childlike wonder, the childlike energy, the fun, the adventure. You can still do that. You can still pick up that stick and go play in this water and come back and be grounded and have stability and keep this. There's another wand. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very the Knight of Wands is actually I believe the complete opposite of the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of, oh my fucking god. Hold on. Oh my god, this is so fun. The Knight of Wands, he is fiery. He is adventurous. I think of Aries when I see the Knight of Wands. Very bold and passionate and just go, 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 go. Like, there's so much energy in the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles is like, let's slow down. Let's take our time. Let's think this through. Let's figure out a backup plan. Let's make sure we have a list of things that we need. The child, the adult, metaphorically speaking, these two is the excitement, the adventure, the grounded maturity. Damn. Damn. You're getting back in touch with your inner child. Or finally making contact with your inner child. I'm hearing meditation. Go to that safe place that only you have with yourself, your spirit guide, spirit god, deities that you may work with, that you want to be a part of this. I just heard Freya. I actually think the proper pronunciation is like Freya. Again, that's a goddess within Norse paganism. I think she's the goddess of war, but also beauty and fertility, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a little rough on my Norse paganism. I gotta research more into that, or refresh myself, I should say. Maybe some of you are mothers, or at least parents. Maybe you have children that are here to help you get back in touch with that type of energy. Yeah, 5 of Wands when I split the deck. What's underneath of that? The 5 of Cups. So when I say that it seems like some of you may never even got to have a childhood, like you had to grow up immediately, or you may have felt like you have lost that childhood, like it was stolen from you, your innocence was stolen from you. When you get back in touch with this, it is so important that you do the introspection, you do look within yourself and try to heal those wounds, but don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in it. That is part of the trickery, the mischievous, chaotic part of this. It can send you into this kind of self-despair mode. It seems like, it almost feels like there's like a lot of like, don't do this, be wary of this. This is such a sensitive topic, such a sensitive area in your life, because children are vulnerable. They don't know the world like an adult does. And so you're handling a very vulnerable piece of yourself. You have to handle it with care. You don't have to be overly cautious. You don't have to, be so paranoid and extremely protective over it. You can allow your inner child to kind of let go. Like I'm seeing like someone going out to like an art fair or something with some friends or some family members, or maybe your own children, and there's this little booth where you can like do your own paintings, and you just like let yourself go. Like you let yourself paint whatever you want to paint, and just be happy about it, not critique it, not try to make it perfect. Just allow your inner child to just kind of go do it. Say like, fuck it, here we go. I want to get a, is this my Moonology deck? I think it is. But yeah, this is definitely something that you need to handle with care. To not just be like, I'm exploring my inner child, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And it's like, that's not how that works. You can't do that, because then there will be consequences. Let's get a last message from Spirit. Ooh. What do you need to release? Waning Moon. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. One last one. There it is. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. We're about to have a full moon eclipse. I have Eastern Standard Time here, so for me, the full moon eclipse will happen between like 4:50 a.m. and like 7 a.m. on the early hours of March 3rd. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Yeah, this full moon eclipse is great for releasing what no longer serves you and calling your energy back, calling pieces of yourself that you've lost back to you, strengthening you, grounding you. That is a great thing to do during this full moon eclipse. And if you just want to do something simple as writing out a petition, speaking it before you go to bed, putting it in your pillowcase or like under your pillow when you go to sleep, that's enough too. You don't have to do a big full ritual and get up super, super early to benefit from this full moon eclipse. Yeah. Work through your fears. Confidence is your key to success. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. The answers you need are coming. That's double confirmation. That's double confirmation. Conclusions are within reach. The answers you need are coming. Yeah. This may feel kind of foggy right now. But you are going to get what you need out of it. That will conclude this reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you got what you needed out of it. I haven't recorded in a month, guys. Give me a break. This little talking thing, I need to get back into it. Not that I was that good at it anyways. But anyways, if you would like to get more in depth in your personal situation, this is a collective reading. Take it with a grain of salt, and if it resonates and you got what you needed out of it, that is beautiful. And I really, really hope that is the case. But if you would like to get more specific on yourself, a link to my website to book a tarot reading and everything will be down below in the description. I think I do offer inner child readings specifically, and also shadow self readings. So yeah, other than that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is when you are watching this, when this reaches you, and blessed be.